What country has the best food? That's a hard one. What's your favorite movie with a female protagonist? Ooh, mine has gotta be Charlie's Angels. Those movies are so goofy, I love them. What screams, I have low self-esteem? This guy. Anyways, blaming the failure of your investment on Ryan Cohen. Sometimes gaslighting yourself is needed. Not going out because I hate the disgusted looks on their faces when I walk by them. Oh, wait, too specific? This post. That's uncalled for and completely accurate. Overly aggressive people. For real, it has to be so exhausting to live that angry all the time. Bragging about how much money you make. Well, not to flex, but I did find $2 on the floor the other day. Designer clothing when you can barely afford to take care of your financial responsibilities. Yeah, just because you have Supreme doesn't mean your credit score's going up. Thinking you're better than everyone at mostly everything. Look, it's a defense mechanism, alright? Social media validation. I plead the fifth on this one. Being an incel. It's technically not a choice because the in and incel means involuntary, but like still, don't label yourself as an incel. Every Kardashian selfie. Which celebrities got more attractive as they got older? Into their late 30s, 40s, 50s, or even 60s. Jason Bateman. He's always been pretty good looking. Anthony Hopkins and David Tennant. Jensen Ackles. Clooney. He is getting to his Clooney years. I'd say Ewan McGregor has been on that trajectory. Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd hasn't aged in years. Hugh Jackman. You mean huge jacked man? Steve Carell. Honestly, weirdly, yeah, I can agree with that. Jeff Goldblum. He's always been a smoke show, come on. Sofia Vergara. Joe Manganiello, her husband too. That's just one attractive middle-aged couple right there. Gwen Stefani. Oh, sure, like you didn't want to go to the Bone Zone when she was in her No Doubt days. You are allowed to add one item to things not allowed on planes. What do you add? Snakes. Samuel L. Jackson wants to know your location. Toys that make noise. This doesn't exactly apply, but I wish you weren't allowed to wear perfume/cologne on airplanes. Not everyone likes your fragrance, but you doused yourself in it and now we're stuck with it for the entirety of the flight. Also, showers, people. Take one before going on an airplane. If you are in Copenhagen Airport and have an invisible issue, disability, disorder, or anything, go to the service desk and get a sunflower pin. The staff will know you have some issues, won't ask what, and be more accommodating. Can I use this for my IBS? Yes, the staff give you a bucket and hold up a towel for modesty. The middle seat. Honestly, I kind of agree with that one. Why is it there? You're just trapping someone in between two people that are gonna make them miserable the whole flight. They can't get out, they can't look out the window, they can just die, I guess. Children should be allowed on planes, if and only if their parents will tell them to shut up, stop kicking seats, sit still, or will make them stop crying. So basically, bad parents shouldn't be allowed on planes. Fish. This one seems very specific, but I can understand the smell. Hard-boiled eggs. What is wrong with people? God, people that... Water bottles. Paying for them at the airport because you can't get them through TSA with actual water in it is BS in my honest opinion. Babies. Not really an item, but yeah. Apparently babies shouldn't go on planes because they get really bad barotrauma. They're also super loud and smelly, so babies on planes suck for everyone, even the babies. Babies are an item. They take up like 13 slots in your inventory. It's really annoying. If you had to torture your best friend for 20 minutes, but you could choose the method, what would you choose and why? Make a playlist with some of his favorite songs, but cut each song so that they stop before his favorite part. Make him reach into places where his shoulders will not allow him to fit. Teach his ass some advanced calculus. Whew, you're gonna be there a while. Baby Shark trap mix. At first it's hype, but I figure around 6 minutes in, panic will settle in. 10 hours of Baby Shark. Feel free to do evil. Honestly, just shoot me. If I'm the friend being tortured, nah, I'm good. Tie them to a chair and text people using their phone. After that 20 minutes, I'm gonna die though. A very painful death. Then delete the text so they have no idea what you sent. Some f***ed up things being done to friends here. I just figured I'd tickle her for a while. Okay, that's kinda just creepy. I'd make her go to a baby shower with complete strangers and force her to make small talk. Oh, you bastard. Give her a big red button. Tell her she's not allowed to press it. When she presses it, the timer resets. Cold socks, because I hate him. Wet socks. Oh, yucky. Oh, don't make me think about it. That Chinese water drop drop technique. Good choice. I was thinking about standing up torture. Both rely on the fatigue of a person to inflict torture. I'm sure nothing irreversible is going to happen in 20 minutes. You make them stand up for 20 minutes? Yeah, that doesn't sound the worst thing possible. I mean, I do that at work every day. Sleep deprivation. I'd make damn sure they didn't doze off for the full 20 minutes. The poor bastard. Alright, so people really aren't trying to torture their friends here. My best friend is my dog. So, lock him out of the bedroom, shake a bag of treats, and yell, "Let's go for a walk," over and over. Oh, you're a monster. What comedian never fails to make you laugh? And don't say me. Because I'm not a comedian. Bill Burr. Same. He speaks to the Gen X lurking in everyone. Robin Williams. The Live on Broadway special kills me every time. Will Ferrell. I love this guy. Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias. Ricky Gervais. I like that he's gone fully unfiltered. It's refreshing to have comedians who don't pull punches. Yeah, if unfiltered means tasteless and, transphobic, then sure. Dave Chappelle. Again, interesting choice. Eddie Murphy. While some of his jokes in his early specials might be a little out of taste now, they were pretty funny when I was younger. Louis C.K. I know he did some bad things, but he still makes me laugh. I can't help it. This was always the top answer on these threads before the news blew up. Most people still find him hilarious. It's just not solely acceptable to admit it now. He did have some good material, but like, homie, you cannot just zerk off in front of girls when they don't want to be there. Adam Sandler. I haven't heard much of his stuff recently, but his fits are fire. People that grew up poor but aren't now. What is something from your childhood you still like to eat? I'll answer my own question. Cinnamon and sugar toast. You mean Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Or you just put sugar and cinnamon on toast? Oh, French toast. It's pretty much considered poor food here since bread used to be cheap and one egg costs like 13 cents. Ramen noodles. I mean, how can you not like ramen? I mean, it's so simple and tasty. Buttered noodles. It's my comfort food. Just spaghetti noodles, butter, margarine as a kid, salt, pepper, and if you're lucky, Parm cheese. SpaghettiOs. They are a guilty pleasure, I will admit. Bologna sandwiches. I don't think I've ever eaten bologna in my life. Saltine crackers and butter. Oh, wow. The butter threw me off there. Hot dogs. While they are mystery meat, they do taste good. Grilled cheese. Well, of course, but do you have tomato soup? Simple toasted bread with butter. Yeah, that's kind of just a universal. Pretty much everything. It's not like you get rich and only eat caviar now. I had a scholarship to my private high school from a billionaire who I'm actually quite close with. He shops at Kohl's and loves a double-double from McDonald's. LOL. Yeah, it really just comes down to the person. The money doesn't make you buy expensive, stupid things. It's just if you're a stupid person, you're gonna think you need that stuff. Rice and beans. Lentil soup. Fried potatoes. Gravy on bread. Try it. Is delicious. Is that the same thing as like biscuits and gravy? Because biscuits are technically bread. What is probably the most iconic song associated with a movie? Eye of the Tiger. Oh yeah, this one will always get you pumped up to fight a Russian. Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Don't You Forget About Me. Simple Minds and The Breakfast Club. God, such an iconic ending to a movie. I mean, just the fist in the air. Whitney Houston's cover of I Will Always Love You from The Bodyguard. I didn't know that was a cover of Dolly Parton. Wayne's World, Bohemian Rhapsody. There are so many songs that are just stuck with certain movies for me, like obviously this one. Jaws theme song from Jaws. Definitely one of the most iconic scary songs. All-Star from Shrek. Well, of course everyone likes that. Somebody. What is the worst thing you have witnessed? I'm not excited for this one. I saw a guy die right in front of me walking to my seats at a baseball game. Then a second later, I saw two people take a selfie over his body. I'm not clear on if they knew he was dead or not, but my friend was trying to resuscitate them. What did I say? I wasn't excited. My entire life. Well, you haven't witnessed all of it, unless you're dead typing this. Back in '92, when I was in 10th grade, I attended an autopsy class where the dude had been crispy crittered in a car fire, and they had to saw open his jaw and open his mouth like a Pez dispenser so they could positively ID him through teeth and dental records. You will never smell anything like burnt human flesh. A police dog that jumped from the top of a parking garage after a bird. I saw him before and later saw him on the ground yelping and unable to get up while the officer waited for assistance. God, why do you gotta make me read this? I was 10 years old and I went out for a bike ride around the neighborhood. I was going happily and I see how an old lady is in a hurry trying to open the door of her house with her grocery bag between her feet. She looks desperate and in a hurry. Suddenly, she stays very still and I see how a waterfall of diarrhea falls between her legs straight into the bag. I was traumatized. Ew, gross. I mean, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Not mine, but my mom's. When she was younger, she saw a few baby cats playing around a broom, and one of them pulled it, in which the broomstick landed on another cat's head, which immediately popped right off. It was really gory. Later, the cat's mom came over and picked off the head of its dead kitten, which she started carrying around, mourning the death of her child. She is still traumatized until this day. I think I'm a little traumatized hearing that. Final season of Game of Thrones. Yeah, that one hurt. That one did. The toilet after eating at Taco Bell. Alright, it's not that bad. You get a little bit of chocolate squirts, but you're good. What are your thoughts on classic 90s pop hit Drops of Jupiter? You mean the 90s pop hit that came out in 2001? All train songs sound like they were intentionally written with as many keywords for middle-aged soccer moms as possible. So did you fall for a shooting star? It's really nice to hear every once in a while, but I could not play it on repeat. Makes me happy every single time I hear it. I wish someone would just tell him what they did with all those planets so he could stop fretting about it so much. There isn't a song on this planet ever composed that my wife hates more than that song. I hate it with a passion. It's not that bad. It reminds me of going into a Kohl's. The yes feel unearned. Yeah, I just listened to it real quick and they do the yes way too much. Lyrics are okay. Song is overproduced. Singer is cute. 5 out of 10. Thank you, Fantano. What happened to your favorite stuffed animal from childhood? Oh, I still got him in my closet somewhere. I don't know where he is, but he's definitely dead. It's still sitting on my bed after 20 years. Still sleep with him every night since 1986. He's not as fluffy as he used to be. I had a stuffed Squirtle back when I was a kid. It was bright blue and cute. I also had a dog, the hot dog. Both slept with me every night. My dog was the goodest boy, but he had a humping problem. He loved to hump my stuffed Squirtle to completion. After a couple months of feeling him hump my stuffed Squirtle to completion every night, then pass out, yeah, shiny blue and cute Squirtle wasn't so shiny blue and cute anymore. It basically turned into a faded blue stuffed Squirtle. Come on! Gross! Yeah! Got burned up in a house fire. Aw. Gave it an awful makeover and hid it above a dresser. 5 years later, gave it to charity. What did you do to that poor thing? My son has it in his closet. Maggie Simpson has it. How did you give it to they're fictional. You have just murdered someone. Where would you hide the body? Nice try, feds. Ooh, nice. They almost got you on that one. Ring the police and ask them to take it away. Okay, but aren't they gonna question you? You gotta think ahead here. This body is too sexy to hide it. A graveyard. FYI, any yard can be a graveyard. Just depends on how many bodies I bury under the neighbor's tomato plants. It would make for good fertilizer. I eat everything I kill. No point wasting good meat. Came here to say that. What are you doing with the teeth? Pulverizing them in a blender and pass it off as cocaine and make some money on them. I wonder what the negative health effects are of snorting crushed up teeth is. I'll go full Breaking Bad and dissolve it in acid. Just make sure you get the right container. Page 2 of a Google search. True, nobody goes there. That's no man's land. My friend has a pig farm. No joke. But what if he will try to call police on you? We've talked about it at length. And I don't have to worry about going to prison. It's psych ward if I'm ever caught. Freezer. Then throw a little bit out each week. It would take a year, but time flies when you're having fun. Okay, weirdo. I wear their skin around. Alright, sorry, last guy wasn't that weird. This one is. I run this nice wax museum. Weirdly enough, I feel like you could get away with this one so long as you avoid the smell of it. Where should you never go to eat? The porta potty. But their blue slushie is so tasty. Strip club. I'm guessing the joke is they don't serve food there unless they do, in which, Never eat right by a tourist attraction. It's usually expensive and bad quality. At the morgue. But I mean, they're just laying around. You gotta use that meat somehow. Jail. I've actually heard some prison food can be okay. Not all of it. I'm not... Okay, let's get this clear. Not all of it. The cemetery. Look, if I want to eat a human bone, I'm allowed to do that. In between my ex's legs. Ooh, sick burn. What's something you wish people would stop making into an entire personality trait? Self-diagnosed mental illness. Thank you, TikTok, for convincing everyone they have ADHD or autism. Their star sign. I will say, I'm not a big astrology guy, but sometimes things line up perfectly. Owning a Jeep. That is bizarre, because I've heard terrible things about Jeeps, but every Jeep owner is like, yeah, I love this thing. Being being on social media, anime. Liking anime on its own isn't bad, but when you become a full-blown weeaboo, that's where it's fix it. Politics. Yeah, I can see this being annoying, but in the past few years, I feel like a lot of people have really gotten into it, you know? Starbucks. If you like Starbucks, don't talk to me. Don't come near me. Don't breathe my air. Watching crime/murder documentaries or YouTubers. Yeah, the true crime crowd has gotten a little crazy. Being offended. It's okay to not like something. It's not okay to feel offense with every damn thing that people do. Shut up, snowflake. You're just mad that people are calling you out. Being vegan. I get it. The animals are dying and I know, but like, why does Beyond Burgers have to be so expensive? Never having seen a single episode of Game of Thrones. Alright, I will admit I was that guy. You can throw stones at me if you want. Being in an interracial relationship. I'm the biracial product of a long, happy, truly aspirational marriage, and I love all forms of love. But the way certain corners of social media obsesses over and elevates swirl babies is gross. Obviously rooted in anti-blackness and just overall pathetic. Yeah, that seems really creepy. Caffeine addiction. Yeah, go on. Brag about how you're gonna have a heart attack soon. Having red flags. For real. Like, if I knew my red flags, I wouldn't be advertising them and being proud of them. Who is the worst person you can sit next to in class? The smelly kid. It really isn't hard to just do a quick swab of deodorant. The mouth breather.
What are you talking about?
The talker. STFU. I'm trying to focus. Talk to me at lunch period. Me. Has to be somebody. See, they're taking it for the team. I appreciate that. The teacher. Ooh, yeah, because it really just feels like they have a gun pointed at your head if you're doing something wrong on work. The one pick-me girl who never shuts up about every flaw about you while not even wondering why her whole life went Being mean isn't a personality trait. The hot chick. You don't need to keep reminding yourself of goals you can never achieve. The basic white girl that gets exposed for saying slurs and thinks it's something to be proud of. What were some physical preferences you have/had before in a partner? Tired fucking eyes. The more interesting your eyes are, the more I think about them. Not so much color of the eye itself. My heart skips a beat every time I see dark circles on a woman. What has she been through? She's had it rough, huh? My partner's cheeks are so fucking cute. High cheekbones and they're perky? For lack of a better word, I don't know. I love it when he smiles and laughs really hard and they crinkle the spot right under his eyes. I love holding his face gently in my hand when I kiss him. When we're sleepy, I love just reaching out and stroking his cheek and watching him smile. Cheeks. Okay, but when is it my turn to be happy? I'm 6'7", so I've always had a thing for girls 5'10 plus. Just makes more sense and it's nice to have someone somewhat close in height. Woo! Tall girls unite. Deep voices and dimples. That's what I look for in a woman too. Eyes almost closed when she smiles. I don't know why, but I seem to have a thing for glasses. Whenever a girl puts on glasses, they instantly get cuter. Same for guys, honestly. The day I met my now wife, she was messing around screaming in a Cockney accent, pretending to be racing camels. When she laughed, it felt like I'd been underwater for my whole life and I'd just come up for my first breath of air. Okay, does being in love make you really good at like creative writing? I personally love big noses on a man. Something about it drives me wild. Makes them look more handsome to me. Edit. Big noses on women are also hot AF. Healthiest relationship I've ever had was with a girl that was much taller than I was and capable of firemen carrying my hypoglycemic diabetic ass off the paintball field. I've internalized that. I ain't got no type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like. Okay, but you still have a type. Bad bitches, describe them. I think freckles are cute. What is the most underrated pizza topping? Red pepper flakes do not get the love they deserve. Spinach. Ooh, spinach and Alfredo pizza. Ooh, so good. Jalapenos. I did recently try that, and you know what? It is pretty bomb. If you like spicy stuff, that is. Basil. Seems kind of simple, but a nice addition. Anchovies. Not gonna lie, they really give pizza such a flavor when added right. They just look so gross, though. Honey. I was gonna say that's kind of weird, but sweet pizza is nice. I mean, I do like pineapple, so. Roasted garlic. Ooh, garlic on anything really just, it just boosts it so much. Mushrooms. That one's not for me. I will say it's the texture thing. Onions. Now this, yeah, onions, you just sprinkle them on and they taste so good. Pineapple. Thank you. There you are. Which show/movie will you be hating on your whole life without ever watching it? For me, it's Thor Ragnarok. At this point, it's the principle of the thing. How I Met Your Mother. My roommate once would fall asleep with the blasting for hours and was essentially comatose until his alarm popped in the morning, which was that nuclear alert sound at max volume, which also didn't always wake him up, so I'd be stuck calling/knocking. I've never watched that show, but having it destroy my sleep schedule and quality for about 18 months makes me apoplectic with rage at the mere thought of it. 50 Shades. Just go get yourself a BDSM and be done with it. Anything with any of the Kardashians. Game of Thrones. Haven't watched a single episode since it aired. People tell me I'm missing out, but when I see the trailers, I get bored already. Oh, we actually found the guy from the previous question. Get him, Mr. I've never watched Game of Thrones. Kardashians. That entire family. Two broke girls. I remember this show being advertised. I can't remember if I've ever seen a single episode. Twilight. Honestly, I watched it muted in a bar once, and it was kind of interesting not knowing what they're saying. Friends and Big Bang Theory. Friends, okay, listen, I'm a Friends apologist, but Big Bang Theory, yeah, get it out of here. Cats. I tried watching Cats, okay? I tried. I couldn't even make it past 5 minutes. Riverdale. At this point, I think the writers are just having fun with it. They're making up whatever they want. What country has the best food? That's a hard one. Every country has amazing food. Best places to visit are the ones with diverse populations, so you can try everything. Mexico. Hell yeah, frick burritos and sour cream and cheese. Praise whole meat, homemade sauce, onion, and lemon. China has some bangers. Vietnam. I don't know if I've had traditional Vietnamese food yet, but one day. Italy. Well, yeah, of course, they have pasta. Duh. Japan by far. I could eat sushi, miso soup, edamame, and seaweed salad for every meal and die happy. I personally love Korean food. I still need to get around to trying some kimchi, because I hear like it's a hit or miss food, but I need to try it. Mexico. Final answer. I mean, it's a good answer. What song not in your typical genres do you actually like? Country Road. Well, every white person's gotta get down for this jam. I like my dose of rock and metal, from Linkin Park, Metallica to Slipknot, but I have a fondness for Taylor Swift's Romeo and Juliet. My high school crush practiced the song with me as her audience on the bus rides home in preparation for a school singing contest. Aw, that's kind of sweet. Unironically, Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. I'm a metalhead, but this one still sounds good for some reason. I don't know why it became such a bad thing. It's a good song, everybody. Before I Forget by Slipknot. Well, what is your typical genre? Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish. There are a few Billie songs that I like, but not a big fan of the eyelash. Cinema by Skrillex. Okay, so you were definitely a gamer in the 2010s. I'm more of a hip-hop kind of guy, but I really like the song Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. What's your favorite movie with a female protagonist? Ooh, mine has gotta be Charlie's Angels. Those movies are so goofy, I love them. Spirited Away. Any Miyazaki movie is great. I mean, most of his movies are female protagonists. Alien or Aliens. Oh my god, how could I forget about Ripley? Sigourney Weaver, Forever a Babe. The Silence of the Lambs. I watched that so long ago, I need to rewatch it because it's just completely gone from my mind. I'd have to say Kill Bill Volume 1. That's another one. I still haven't seen Volume 2. I've heard it's even better. Chocolate. Is that a movie or did you answer the wrong question? Trying to think outside the box, and A Nightmare on Elm Street came to mind. Ooh, yeah, I did forget that she was kind of the main character. Black Widow. Interesting choice. The Wizard of Oz. A classic for sure, but is that your real favorite? The Devil Wears Prada. Never expected to enjoy the movie so much, but it's fantastic. Alright, you can throw me in jail. I haven't watched Devil Wears Prada. I'm sorry. And since I'm being shipped off to jail, this video's over. Thank you all so much for watching. My name has been Brandon, and I will see you whenever my bail gets posted. Bye!